Hi, good morning. Me in this video thing is just not seeming right. Anyway, my name is Olive Alexander, and I just want to bring to you some information that's been very vital, very helpful to me in getting through COVID-19. Um, I call myself an essential worker, which is I assist elderly and shut in, and now everybody that is not able to get out and get groceries. I do the shopping for them and bring it to their home. Um, it's very lucrative and it's been working out very, very well. And even more, um, um, it's even more rewarding when, people are so thankful and, appreciative, because some people have been waiting weeks for food and hadn't been able to get out and get food. So anyway, I realized that day in the grocery store, I wasn't feeling well. I kind of felt a little faint about 10 o'clock that morning, and I just decided, let me just go and get a candy, sit down for a little bit, and just get through it. And I did. But then after I finished my shopping, I realized that I was extremely exhausted. So I said, just let me take the day, do something else, don't do much more shopping, because there's no telling what's going on. So I ended up just relaxing. I decided to go do some laundry, and while I'm doing my laundry, I just went to sleep and I just slept. It didn't make any sense. But later on, I ended up going out. I said, let me just go out, get one more order in that evening. Was getting some water for a customer, and I just felt like my arm was hurting to hell, and I couldn't figure out why my joints were in so much pain. But anyway, got a pain patch for my arm, and I decided to go home, go take the rest of the day. I realized, let me just take the rest of the week. So I decided to do that. And while I was home, I realized that later on that night I started with a little coughing, and I started feeling so weak that I wasn't able to do regular stuff, get up and walk around the house. My energy was zapped. Later that night, I realized I had a fever, and that fever just, it's just like, to me, came out of nowhere. It's like, I didn't feel like I was that sick, but I just didn't know. Anyway, the very next day, I got up, made some green ginger tea, drank that. I normally drink that. I normally take 100% vitamin C in the little packet, the emergency. I normally take that every day. And for some reason, I still don't understand how I contracted this disease. But anyway, that worked. The ginger tea, and I felt a little bit better. I said, okay, maybe I go out and do 1 or 2 orders. But then I realized that I just didn't have energy like I would normally have energy. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stay home for the rest of the week and just relax. And I did. And I realized that I started having no feeling or taste for food. So I just didn't eat. And then lunchtime came and I wasn't hungry. And then I started feeling like later on that day, these pockets of air had such a buildup that I started throwing up. When I did finally try to eat something, it would come up. Everything would come up. Then, the next day, it was the other way. I had diarrhea. Like, it was crazy. I couldn't figure it out. It's like, why am I going through this? In the meantime, my energy is being zapped to the point of like almost zero. And I can't get up like I would want to. But thankfully for me, I had in my possession underwear, disposable underwear. And I did that because there are times I travel long distances, and at times you can't get to a bathroom because a lot of stores are closed and stuff like that fast enough. So it's important that if you have this with you, then if you have to tinkle a little bit, it gets on there. You don't have to worry about messing up your clothes or and stuff like that until you get where you're going. So I did that. So anyway, I was able to get my niece to get me some, a friend of mine to get me some fruits. Because I felt like if I don't feel like eating breakfast and that kind of stuff, then I should have some kind of fruit in the house that I. So I did that, and couple days later, this coughing was so enormous that I remember dreaming. My mom came to me in a dream that night and said, "You had some medicine from December that you had that you maybe took a couple of times, the Theraflu." So this Theraflu has helped me to get through it, and it's called a Theraflu Max. It has all the ingredients that's necessary to get you through, and I'm going to show you the back of it too. Oops, camera fell over. The back of it has very important information, so you can check with your doctors and see if they will allow you to give a go at it. But I'm telling you, if you live alone or if you live with other people and you can't make it to the hospital, this can help you like it helped me. I live 4 blocks away from the hospital, but the way it started for me, I had no concept that this is what I was going through. But it started like that, saps your energy, and it gives you this exhaustion, gives you the coughing. I had even nighttime, I had fevers and so on. So the medicine has 2 elixirs. It has a daytime elixir and it has a nighttime elixir. So what it does, the daytime elixir suppresses the cough tremendously. So it makes it easier for you to get through with not coughing as much. The nighttime elixir helps with the fever. It relaxes the thoracic muscles area where it obstructs your breathing, and it helps you to breathe better at night, and it reduces the fever. So that's where, for me, it worked wonders, and it helps to get rid of the cold and the mucus that's coming down. And I didn't have sore throat, but as the mucus starts to flow through, instead of swallowing it, I spit it out. I would get I have paper towels, and I had toilet rolls that I kept close by me, and as I feel it coming down, I would just grab it, get it, and spit it out, and keep the trash can really close to me. So again, this is a disclaimer. You want to check with your doctors and see if this would help. And one key ingredient to remember on this here is acetaminophen. It has acetaminophen, which is very helpful. I've been hearing them talk about, you want to make sure that you use something that has acetaminophen in it. This medicine, a lot of people are not going for it because they don't think of it as as important as something that would be helpful in this situation, but it is very helpful. Without this, I don't know where I would be. I do have one sister in the hospital. She actually just went back to hospital, which is not even good. But she was in hospital prior to me getting this disease. And I know she's having trouble with her breathing. She does have other medical issues, and I'm trusting God that she comes through. I am praying every day that she kicks this, because we're tough. We just lost our mom in October, and it was very, very difficult for all of us. And I am praying that she pulls through it. Now I found another sister has the disease, and I am hoping that she would take my recommendation and follow through. She's kind of a prideful person, but this is not the time for that. It is time for everybody. If you can be helpful in any kind of way, people have used so many different methods and so many different kinds of things to get through it. I have a cousin that's also he makes this concoction every morning, and I mean, he's still going through it, but I have come through. I'm on the other side of it. I don't have any fevers as of about 3 days ago. I haven't had any fevers. I haven't had any coughing. Maybe mild every now and then, like when I try to drink fluids and stuff like that, certain things. But no coughing like I had before. No throwing up, no diarrhea. Also very important, I get up in the morning, I take my ginger tazel tea, green ginger tazel tea. And also during the course of the day, I take these lemon slices and add to my electric kettle, make my hot water, and I drink that during the course of the day. Yeah, I don't take any ice and all that stuff. And, um, that is helping me tremendously. So I just wanted to pass this information on to you. Hopefully that this information can help you get through it without hospitalization. I'm not saying everybody don't have to go to hospital. I don't know your medical conditions and I don't know what you're going through. Check with your doctor. But I found, again, my mom came to me in the dream to tell me that the medicine I had in my house was going to work for me, and it did. And it has all the right ingredients to get you through, to relax the muscles for easier breathing. It takes away the fever, the severe coughing. It does that. So those are key things to remember in your survival with this. Again, a few other extra things is to keep fruits and vegetables around, fruits especially more. I don't cook, but so fruits were my thing, because you lose the ability to you don't want to eat. You lose an appetite, your appetite. So having fruits, at least bananas or whatever your fruit choice is, that you can eat without gagging, just get that and have it, because the medicine is going to need something in your stomach. So I was able to get bananas, and I would eat one banana, sometimes just one banana a day. And then later on in the evening, I would have a cup of noodle soup. The 1 minute one, so you just pour the hot water from the kettle into it, and that will give it that, you wait your 3 minutes and then you have a meal. And again, you're so weak with this thing that you're not able to get up and get out and do what you would want to do like you'd normally do it. I'm a very busy person, but I live alone. So for me, this is, this was helpful, very helpful. Again, take the medicine. It's called the Theraflu Express Max, and it has the 2 elixirs, the daytime elixir, and it has the nighttime elixir, and they do work in tandem. I used it between 4 to 6 hours, I think is the dosage supposed to be taken, but I took it between 4 to 6 hours, and it has helped me tremendously get over COVID-19. Again, I'm just passing this information on to you guys. Hope that it helps. Hope it can save lives and keep you out of the hospital if you can't get to the hospital. A lot of us don't have insurance and things like that. But I don't know your medical condition. So my disclaimer is, if you do have a doctor, you can check with your doctor. But if you don't have a doctor and you're able to get hold of this medicine, I would recommend having it and using it, because it's going to be very helpful. It was very helpful to me. All right. So just want to pass that on to you guys. And I'm staying with my fruits every day. So I'm just eating fruits, drinking juices. And of course, I drink my hot tea in the morning. And during the course of the day, I get my lemon slices with hot water. And that's what I'm drinking. Anyway, I am hoping that everyone, I can help to save a couple more lives, even if it's just one. That would be tremendous. And please, people, stay safe. I was out there taking care of other people, making sure they get their groceries and they get their food. And maybe sometime during the course of the time I didn't do the sanitation, the sanitary thing. Like, I know I would open a bag of chips and eat from the bag of chips without washing my hands, and or even stick my gloves in it and eat the chips as I'm going along on it. And that was the worst thing I probably could have done. Again, we make mistakes, we don't know, but we're trying to do the right thing, and it's important we keep washing our hands. If we're wearing gloves, take those gloves off and wash your hands and then eat, because you have no idea when you touch them gloves and where you touch them gloves and what the gloves touch. You have no idea how this thing is moving through the human body, how it's getting in and getting your lungs. Some people tearing the lungs up and all kinds of stuff. So I am trusting God that I am able to reach other people, to help them to stay well, and to stay out of the hospital if you can. But if you must go to the hospital, then you must go to the hospital. But this was helpful to me in me getting through and getting over COVID-19, and I just wanted to pass this information to you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Have a blessed life.